Boker Tov, good morning, Sabah al-Khir, Dobre Utra, Buenos Dias. This is Yishai. That's Hebrew for Jesse, which is English for Yishai. I'm out here on my morning gratitude walk. You know, sometimes you just need to go out for a walk and say thank you to Shem and be inside his Teva, inside God's creation. And it just makes me feel so good, you know, because like sitting at a desk and behind a computer all day and in a Beit Midrash behind all your books, it only can go so far. You need to get out into the world and experience it. That even includes helping people, you know, and being an inspiration. So this week's Parsha is Parashat Tetzaveh. We're continuing on making of the holy items in the Midbar. Now we're going on to making the clothing of the Kohen Gadol, of Aaron and his sons. And one thing stands out to me this time in the Parsha. It's all about a color. The color called Techelet. It's like a blue turquoise that reminds us of the sea and of the sky. It's kind of like this color. If you ever see the tzitzit on a string, on somebody's tzitzit, sometimes they have the techelet. So God commands them to make an ephod, and the high priest's garment is techelet. It's all blue, made out of a little snail called the chilazon. What does this have to do with anything? So, the Kohen Gadol and Aaron's sons, they have a uniform. God tells them, you need to make a uniform because you represent something. You represent something high, something spiritual, something lofty, a mission in this world to bring light to the children of Israel, to serve them, to be there for them. The Kohanim and the Kohanim don't just serve God, they serve the people. So that's their purpose, and they have this clothing that distinguishes them from the rest of the people. And part of that is this color that comes from the chilazon, this little sea snail. And so when we look at Techelet, we're supposed to be reminded of the sea and of the ocean and of the sky and the Kohen Gadol. The Kohen Gadol's one of his jobs is to atone for the children of Israel, especially for the sin of Lashon Hara. Just like the sea and the sky, if they don't hold their borders, what happens? We get tsunamis, you know, we get storms and floods. Same thing with our mouths. If we don't control what comes out of our mouth, we can create a storm and negative things can come. We can control it. So when we look at the clothing of the Kohen Gadol, we're reminded of also the sky and the sea and what comes from them and what comes from our mouths. And we're reminded to protect our speech and only speak things that are true. And we represent something higher. And we're reminded that when we wear a uniform, we're representing something higher and we're serving people. Also, on an ecological note, the chilazon is such a small animal. And if something so small animal can create something, a color so lofty, what else can nature do for us? So that's my Devar Torah for today. Parashat Tetzaveh. Shalom, shalom.